Joe and I were talking earlier on about a transaction he has with multiple transactions attached. I mean, it's a complex situation, and I kind of want to talk about this.
I'm pretty sure it's 5 or 6 houses involved in this spider web of transactions.
So 5 or 6 homes contingent upon one another. This is indeed a domino effect. How the hell are you handling that?
It's a lot of communication with. So I have some seller buyers.
Yep.
Who are selling their home.
Yep.
Buying a new home.
Yep.
The people that own that home are buying a home.
Okay.
The people buying their home are selling their home to a buyer who's selling their home.
Okay.
So that probably doesn't make sense, but that's 5 or 6 transactions involved in this. All, like you said, all contingent on one another. And honestly, it's just tons of communication between all of the real estate professionals involved with all those homes. It's a very stressful, emotional situation, but communication just kind of keeps it together.
Wow. So, I mean, it really comes down to, like we were talking with Ashley Borden earlier about experience in real estate. You know, when you're selling a home, it's such a big asset, you want to make sure not to hire the part-time geek down the road or, you know, somebody, you know, that works at, Walmart part-time and then does this stuff part. You know what I mean? Like, you are literally, somebody is selling your largest asset, most likely.
Yeah.
And there are complex situations like this. And you may be saying, our listeners may be saying, why would I accept an offer of a home that's contingent upon a home, upon a home, upon a home, upon a home? Look, we don't always know how all of that is going to unfold, and we don't have enough time on the show to tell you exactly why we would accept that. However, one thing I'm going to tell you is that when somebody comes in with a really good offer, but they have a home to sell, you can put them in what we call a Hubbard Clause, and if your home is still active on the market, and when somebody else comes in and offers a better offer with less contingencies, you can then kick that buyer out of the contract, depending on the terms that you and the buyer's agent agreed upon. It's called the kick-out clause. So that buyer would have, say, 24, 48, 72 hours to come up with a clear where they could close on your home without any contingencies. And if not, then boom, you can then kick them out of the agreement and take the other offer.
Yeah.
So sometimes it makes sense to take an offer like that.
And like in this case, the offer that came in, that house was already under contract.
Yep.
So, we assumed that house was honestly supposed to close before we were.
Yeah.
And then this issue came to light, and here we are. So and in that certain price range, between 200 and 300, a lot of people have houses to sell in order to buy.
Joe, I read somewhere once upon a time that there's 52 people involved in one transaction.
Yep.
52 people. So you have 6 transactions there. That's 312 hands in the pot. 312 people. And you may be saying, like, what? Like, how is that even possible? In our office alone, when we are listing a property and helping somebody purchase, there are 5 or 6 people on our team alone working on that one file.
Yeah.
And then you have an attorney's office, a mortgage broker's office, you have the appraisal, you have contractors, you have home inspectors, you have fire marshal, right? You have the other agent, the other agency people. Like, the list goes on and on and on.